Hey guys, and welcome back. Obviously, my hair is up and whatnot because, as you guys can probably tell by the title of this video, I will be doing my first change of piercing type video. I never made one of these before because I didn't really have any standard piercings, but as you guys know, I just recently pierced my ear, and I figured this stud is getting to be a little bit too harsh for me, in the conditions I work in. I gotta stop touching my face. So I wanted to change it out to a smaller stud, and first thing you want to do is start with, freshly washed or clean hands. So although I, just cleaned my hands because I just used the toilet to do my business, I'm actually gonna use some hand sanitizer because I keep touching stuff, and that's just a tendency that I have to do stuff. I seriously don't know why my face is coming out as bright as it is on camera. I always look super pale, like vampire pale, but you know. Also, you want to put your jewelry in some type of cleansing, you know what I mean, some kind of cleansing solution. Usually I would use sea salt water, but right now I don't have any sea salt on me. Have to get some. So you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. Also, I have my needle from last time just in case for some reason my hole decides it wants to close up. Also, I left my jewelry out. I actually took it out a little bit earlier, and left it out for about 2 to 3 hours now. So it's optional for you if you have any other piercings in that area, whether or not you want to take them out or leave them in, and it's at your own discretion, really. When I do my industrial, obviously I'm going to leave every other piercing in because it's not going to affect any other piercing, but because I have such big stretched ears, I might want to take my jewelry out, but then again, I also might not, just for the fact that it might help give me the leverage when I push up on the hole to try to put the jewelry in. So I'll start off by taking my jewelry out. I also just massage my earlobes with some lotion. Next thing you want to do is not take your piercing out, but take the backing off of the piercing. Now, I'm scared that this might close up, just for the main fact that it's only been a week, and usually you're supposed to wait 6. But, like I said, the stud is becoming annoying. Anyways, do this at your own risk. I do not recommend you changing it a week after, as well as I do not recommend you piercing yourself, but I didn't really have the money to do a professional piercing, and if I decide that I want to stop wearing this piercing eventually, it'll be all for naught. Then you want to take like a clean rag or a sanitized paper towel or something that hasn't been used, and just lay your jewelry on there. That took forever to get the backing out of there. But yeah, so make sure that you have your old backing in the solution now. And we're going to try and do this all in one swift motion. Just have your earring ready. Take it out. Line the hole. And put it through. Yeah, that kind of stings a little bit. But I got it in. And I have changed the studs. Now it is a smaller stud. Obviously there may be a little bit of bleeding, but you know, for me, I feel like it's worth it because now it's not going to be pushing against my tunnel when I put this back in my ear. Also, I know you guys may like to wear silicone jewelry in healed ears, please. If you don't have an allergic reaction to it, go ahead and wear it, but when you have another piercing side by side with where you put the silicone jewelry, that might be a problem. Also, that's why I said I don't recommend it. I am having like a little bit of bleeding. It's just spotting from like pressure in the hole. But I'm glad that I took my earring out because I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to see, but a whole bunch of blood and murky crap is coming off. So I started with the stud, which was a heart. And let me show you the cup if I can. You see all that murky crap that's in there? You might be able to, you might not. But it's all black and crap. That's what you get from not cleaning your ear. Also, I'm going to show you how to clean your ear, so I'll be right back. Alright, so as it turned out, I kind of lied, guys, because I didn't realize that I had sea salt water. Or sea salt. So yeah, basically, if you do have sea salt and you find it lying around somewhere, use that, mix like about that much around the bottom. About that much to fill the bottom of a cup. I have a bathroom cup, just fill it around the circular bottom and with the sea salt, and then put in some hot water. I use hot water just because it helps to clean up the germs and stuff. And then you just want to clean around the piercing, and I rotate my earring every day. Don't always clean it, but I rotate it, and rotating it helps to ensure that some of the dead skin cells at least are coming off. The ones that you have not really washed off, if you're like me and you get lazy sometimes and decide not to keep up on your poor personal hygiene, which I don't suggest, guys. You guys probably saw in my piercing video that I had a lot of blood. This you can barely tell because it's a very faint pink. It's a little bit darker than what's on camera, but it's barely coming up. Which means that the piercing is pretty much almost completely healed. And like I said, guys, you want to use implant grade stainless steel for piercing, or titanium, or forget the other name of the metal. You can also use Gorilla Glass as well, because there are no pores in Gorilla Glass, therefore the skin will heal, not to it, because it won't adhere to it, but it will heal to it. Anyways, I'm just going to continue cleaning my ear, and I will be right back. It also helps if you pierce whatever part of your body at a larger size, or people like to call it gauge in America. This is like a 20 gauge, and I pierced myself with a 16 gauge needle. And yes, you want to get something that is sterile and has never been used before. Make sure it is implant grade stainless steel. This is tri-beveled medical grade piercing needle. That's what this is. So it's basically tri-beveled medical grade stainless steel. Implant grade, basically. If it's medical grade, it's basically implant grade. I also just cleaned off my industrial, and that is also healing well for you guys who are curious, because I haven't made a video in like several months on that. I just had a spit bubble. This is healing very well. The only problem I have is that it looks like I have a blowout. Very tiny, but very noticeable in person. Looks like I have a tiny blowout there, but what can you do really to help that? But yeah, I have a 20 gauge earring in. Pierced myself with a 16 gauge needle, so that just helps to make the healing process a little bit better, because when you pierce with a larger needle, it may seem to hurt a little bit more, but then once you put in the jewelry, it won't hurt as much, because then it'll want to close down around it. And because this is a 20 gauge and this is 2 sizes bigger, because it goes 18 then 16, not 16 then 18 then 20. No, because we like to count down. Anyways, so yeah, it wanted to close down, and it shrunk down to the actual size. But I still have like a little bit of breathing room even now. I can still twist it and it won't hurt. And the reason why is because even when it closed down enough to make the ear stop hurting. Even when I take my plugs out, it really doesn't bother me anymore. Maybe that's just me, and it won't be the same for everybody, but yeah. If you're curious, I just dipped my tunnel inside of the sea salt water, which is a good thing to do to clean off your jewelry for any type of jewelry. I just used hydrogen peroxide because I couldn't find my sea salt, which apparently was in a bathroom cup that was hiding. So, you know, I am lazy sometimes, and I will put stuff in weird places of which I can never find until it is the most random time. But, you know, yeah, I really enjoy this piercing though, guys. Otherwise, I wouldn't have pierced myself to get it. You guys can't really see because it's so tiny on camera, but I really enjoy it because now I have like 4 different piercings. One here, one here, one here, and one here. You know, like normal Lobe piercings, and then I stretch them to 20 millimeters, and then the industrial, which is a 14, and now this one, which is a 20. Just said that and just forgot. Anyways, most of the dead clots that were in here are gone. Now it's just very sudsy, because that's what tends to happen. It gets very, very sudsy. Well, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It is 12 minutes long, and it is also like 10:30 at night, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you guys lots, and like, subscribe, and comment if you guys wish to do so, and keep on rocking, because that's my new logo, and I'm gonna stick to it. See you guys.